Hello everyone, this is the first video on the channel and it is the tutorial how I actually do a cinematic look. So let's get started. So what I'm actually doing right now, I'm going to color page, which is here. This is my node tree. I usually start with the exposure, then go with white balance, then trying to make a look in the parallel node with saturation, and the final thing I usually do is I lay the grain over my picture in the footage. So the first thing I would like to do is to find the hero frame. This is nice footage which was shot on the red, and this I probably think the best one. So I'm going to my curves and I use editable splines, so that way I'm going to receive a really nice contrast, which is not going to be very weird and bizarre. It's going to make it like more smooth, so I really enjoy the way those editable splines work, and I pretty much love it. I use it quite a lot. So once I've done this, we can actually see the difference, so it's before and after. It's quite good. You can even stop on this point, but we're going to go further. I would like to do is to play with my gamma, because it's quite hard to target the midtones. And I would like to make it look a bit warmer. So I put temperature a bit more, something like that, and a bit more tint. I guess something like that. And I would like to come back to my exposure node and make something like that and pull down the highlights a bit. Something like that. It's quite good. So by the first two nodes we already made a huge difference. So it's before and that's after. It looks quite good. So now I'm going to my saturation. I'm gonna pull it a bit, but not too far. Something like that. And then I go to my look, and I'm going to create a color separation here. So I usually start with the lift and I pull it a bit down. Looks quite bad, isn't it? But we're going to counter it with the gamma, something like that, and then the gain also as well, just a tiny bit. Something around that, and then we're going to counter the shadows as well. And the highlights. And we really made this it looks even better than before. So now I'm going to make sure that shadows are okay. So I'm grabbing my qualifier and I see that it's quite blue in the shadows. So I'm going to my shadows and I still go lower with blues. And I can see that not enough. Something like this. It is better, but still And I'm going to go lower with the greens. And that's pretty good, although I have to pull a mid-red. And we can see that it's quite good. So that's what we have done by far. It's before and it's after. It looks quite good, much better than it was. But I have to admit that shot, even without the color grading, was pretty solid. And now what I actually would like to do is still go to my highlights and pull it a bit lower. Something like that. And maybe do something like this. Yup. And I would like to go to the saturation and adjust a bit of color boost. Because color boost is actually targeting the things that you graded. Lower sometimes and higher in order to park in the perfect place. So it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to grain. I usually use 35mm film grain. And I put it here. And I usually use it as something like this. But I don't want to go too far in the final result. And that's the final result.